In this video we will talk about the demographic transition model, which is used to predict population growth based on observations of trends in birth and death rates. Before we begin, let me define some key terms. The birth rate is the number of live births per 1,000 people per year, and the death rate is the number of deaths per 1,000 people per year. The birth rate minus the death rate is what is known as natural increase. So natural increase is the percentage basically at which a population grows or shrinks. The demographic transition model was developed by demographer Warren Thompson in 1929. It suggests that populations grow along a predictable 4 or 5 stage model as countries transition from pre-industrial to industrialized systems. In the first stage of the model, birth and death rates are both high and the overall population is low. Currently, isolated tribes in the Amazon rainforest and maybe a few other tribes are the only existing populations in stage 1 of the demographic transition model, but the UK was in this stage before the 1760s. In stage 2, the birth rates are high and the death rates fall rapidly as a result of improvements in medical care, water, food supply and sanitation. This means there's rapid population increase, which can be seen for example in countries like Afghanistan and Bolivia. Most countries in stage 2 of the demographic transition model are LDCs, or meaning they're not very developed. In stage 3 of the demographic transition model, the death rates continue to fall, but at a slower rate than before. The birth rates instead have begun to fall quickly as a result of the higher child survival rate, contraception, and the reduced need for children. So there's still population increase, but not as rapid as in stage 2 of the model. Countries in stage 3 of the demographic transition model include Mexico and India and many other newly industrializing countries. In stage 4 of the model, birth and death rates are both low and the population is fairly steady, such as in the United States, Canada and China. In stage 5 of the model, the population declines as the fertility rates drop below replacement level because of more deaths than births. As such, a shrinking population can be observed in Japan and Germany. There are several limitations of the demographic transition model. The first is that the original model only had 4 stages, and as such it doesn't consider the phase of population decline seen in countries such as Japan and Germany. Secondly, the model is a generalization that applies mostly to the industrialized countries of Western Europe and North America, so it may be less applicable to less economically developed countries where wealth and information access was limited. And finally, the DTM does not consider government policies with regard to family planning that may interfere with the natural course of birth and death rates, and it doesn't consider the overall population growth as a result of migration.